We're going to talk about scale drawings. A scale drawing is a proportional relationship that just is with a drawing, whereas a scale model is proportional, but it's with a 3D shape. Okay. The scale gives the ratio that we're comparing the things. Um, and then the scale factor is just if they're using the same units. So we want to write and solve a proportion to find the actual distance between the cities. So we're looking at Michigan, and we know on the map between Cadillac and Detroit is 3.5 centimeters. So we have to find the scale on here. The scale is right here. So we know, let's write that first. We know it's 1 centimeter to 50 miles. We're going to write a proportion where we know 3.5 centimeters. So centimeters on top, centimeters goes on top, and we don't know the actual distance in miles. So that's what we're going to try to find. So remember, to solve a proportion, we cross multiply and divide. So 1 times x is 1x. And figure out what 50 times 3.5 is. So type that in your calculator. 50 times 3.5. And we should have gotten 175. Solve for x. The real distance is 175 miles. Okay, so what I want you to do now is to do a really similar thing, except we're going from Kalamazoo to Ann Arbor. Again, using that scale. So I want you to try to practice writing. Okay, so I want you to try practice writing. Is this the proportion you got? So you used the scale here. We saw that it was 2 centimeters. And now you're just going to solve. So again, cross multiply. So 1 times x, 50 times 2, and divide. So the distance is 100 miles. So look for a scale, write a proportion, solve it. This says the scale is 1 to 15. So we want to find the model to the actual. There's a phrase that we use, model over actual. Okay, so you always put the model on top. So for the Corvette, we'll do the unknown model over 6 meters. And we'll use this 1 to 15. And then cross multiply and divide. I want you to solve that for me right now. Actually, I'm pretty sure yours looks different than mine, so let's cross this off and we'll talk about that tomorrow. You'll need this, but it's just setting up the proportion and solve. So we could talk about example 2 tomorrow in class. So stop here, but know the phrase model over actual, and just know that you find the scale, set up a proportion and solve it like we've been doing. Okay.